Ooh, we are live. Oh, suddenly the music stopped. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ouch My Money. I am Denise, and of course, I have here with me. Let's see who are we going to bring up
Hello,
first?
I just noticed
Hi,
your
Juno.
I just noticed your earrings. Love.
Yes, of course, I wore it with the repeal. We must show more love to our
Oh,
birthday.
okay.
Why? Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, so anyway, yes. Let's see who's next. That's why I would decide where love. Anyway, the words love. Hi, Douglas. Anyways, the words love is so applicable to everywhere. Right. Yes. Now got many different ways, There's even one where I put my arm like this and then you cross that, like this person cross from here and then we join like that. You know what I mean? Not like that lah. Give up.
I think
Oh.
I was thinking just now. I was thinking, why don't you do halfway and then the other person can do
Correct.
the
So
other
what?
way?
So this new one is where I do this.
Oh,
Okay.
no, you're
Okay,
supposed
like
to do the
this.
other side. Then
I just do
oh.
this, and then another person will stand, and then
I
whatever
see,
lah.
I
Maybe like
see.
this. I don't know lah. Whatever lah.
Okay lah.
And there's
But
like
anyway,
this.
I think a lot of people don't know. I think a lot of people don't know that is today, because we changed to Monday.
It will take some time lah.
Yeah.
I broadcast.
Yeah, just broadcast.
I think they may have other stuff going on. Actually, Ants having a live stream.
Yes,
a last
tonight.
live stream right now too. So
Yeah.
She's having a live
Oh,
one.
is it every
where
Monday?
It's the one where she. It's the one she takes phone calls. Is it?
I don't know. It's when she
Yes,
likes it Monday.
So anyway, yeah, I think we forgot to tell a lot of people ahead of time. So it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
So
okay. All the
today-
more better for us to drag out the Saku moment.
Yeah.
Let's now here.
Over for 1
Put it
hour.
up. Let us put our hands together to welcome Douglas, who will tell us about his story. Douglas trying to run away by
Yeah.
drinking some water first.
Yeah.
Is it a Snoopy glass? Is it Snoopy?
No, it's not.
What is it?
No.
It's a Starbucks.
It's just flower, huh? Is it
It's a
flowers?
Starbucks
You know
mug.
what?
Eee, boring. I thought it's Snoopy.
Okay, anyway, let's hear
Fido.
from Douglas.
Fido. Yeah,
Let's
but
put our
Douglas
hands
purposely
together
drinking
for
water.
Douglas.
Let's put our hands together to welcome our guest of the night, Douglas, who is going to tell us all about his encounter with robots.
I'm drinking my ice Milo.
Don't talk about that. I'm so hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. What can you do for me?
What can I do for you? I can make many things happen for you.
What?
Quickly talk about your story. What's that?
So it was okay, so generally I don't like to go out. Okay, generally I don't like to go out. Generally I don't like to go out.
You like people to come to your house instead.
I loved COVID because I didn't have to go out. I loved COVID because we could shop online. I loved COVID because everybody came to me. And then money and you happened, and I had to go for money and you. So anyway, very funny. So we had two money and yous, right? The first money and you, which was in May. I took out all my brand new shoes, ready to do what I needed to do at Money and You. And I was getting ready for the first. I don't know whether do you guys know about that? I was just prepping myself for the first session, and usually I would just hop to raise my energy. And then I was hopping, I realized that hey, I seem to be feeling the ground.
You're so stressed out, was it? Oh my goodness.
Just I looked at my shoes and I saw a part of the heel had fallen off, exposing the inside. That's okay. Oh no! Oh no!
You were exposed.
Wardrobe disaster.
You were exposed.
And I thought, okay, never mind. It's just 1 hour or so to present that piece. And so I stopped moving so much, and I used some. So I think we got some glue to attempt to glue things back, to glue the shoes back, and within 15 minutes, the entire sole disintegrated. Shoes. So anyway, somebody loaned me a pair of shoes, and then I realized that, okay, so this pair of shoes I wore was a totally brand new pair of shoes, and Chun-Ho said that, you got to wear the shoes, otherwise they disintegrate. And yeah, anyway, it disintegrated.
Yes,
And so
they will disintegrate.
for July Money and You, I decided to redo the entire wardrobe. Okay, I don't know what triggered that. I just decided to stop being old and re-wardrobe. And one of the things that the tailor, so I tailored a new suit, and one of the things that the tailor, okay, you guys know him, Kenneth, right? Kenneth said that,
Yes.
so what shoes are you gonna wear? And he said, so he was wearing a pair of white sneakers with his suit, and he said that sneakers are the in thing now. Then I say, okay.
That's it. Then sneakers for me.
Yeah, so I went, so before Money and You, I went to shop. I was looking online for shoes, so I do a lot of online shopping, and I couldn't find a pair of shoes. And then Chun-Ho said, hey, it's better to try the shoes, because online you don't know whether it's going to fit or not, and then whether it's wide enough, long enough, whatever it was. So we went shopping. We went to Centrepoint.
We went to two places.
We went to Orchard
313
Central.
first.
Was it Orchard
It
Central?
doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway,
It matters. It
those-
matters.
It matters.
It matters. We went to 313 first. We went to Uniqlo first.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Uniqlo got sports shoe, man.
yes, Uniqlo has
yes, for
Oh,
shoes.
okay.
They have shoes. It's not small shoe. We are not talking about sneakers as in
Sneakers.
track shoes.
not track shoes, sneakers.
Ah,
You know the
okay.
difference between
Okay.
sneakers and track shoes and sports shoes?
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Then after that, so
One
you
more
want to
atas.
Okay. Anyway, Uniqlo doesn't have the sneakers that we are looking for. The white one was sold out. So while we were there, we bought some.
But before that, so we went to buy.
Socks.
Kenneth also said, because the trousers which I tailored were shorter than the normal suit trousers. Okay, the more current cut, and so it will reveal socks. So he suggested go get colored socks. Okay, not colored socks. Go get colorful socks. Okay, because that's part of that whole gig thing, So we couldn't find shoes. We found socks at Uniqlo, and so I bought like 6 pairs of colored socks. Yellow, pink, green, and I can't remember what the other color was. Blue, I think. And so I went to pay, and then there was strangely enough, my memory of Uniqlo was different from this experience, because my memory of Uniqlo was there were lots of sales counters where people go to pay, and this Orchard, this branch, which was quite big, this outlet, which was quite big, had only one counter serving customers, and I thought that was very strange. Then Chun-Ho said, no, go over there. And then there was a bench with holes in them.
Yeah, it looked like sink. It looked like your household sink.
Okay, so it was a long bench, and then he said, no, go there. Then I said, go there for what? I'm not. So it looked like a bench to test things, whatever it was. He said, no, come here. So we went there, and I looked inside, and then he put inside. Put your socks inside. So I looked into that. So it's a wooden bench, right? And then there's a
Cavity.
I don't know, cavity, yeah. Okay, where you can like a box and open box. So I looked inside and put for what? Then he said, put inside. And then of course there was a some sort of payment machine or something like that. I was so wondering what that was. And he said, just put inside. Then so I put the socks. So I had to put the socks inside. And then then the charge came up. Then he said, okay, then just tap and pay. But before that, I think he keyed in some app thing don't know what lah. Okay,
The
so
membership, is it? Okay.
and it's like, okay, then tap the credit card, right? And then we're done. That was like that. Then let's go.
And
Just
that's
like
it. That's it. That's why there was only one counter.
Yeah, because there were this whole bench, okay, with a lot of cavities.
Yeah, it's a self-service payment kiosk.
Yeah, so after 2 years of not going out, okay, so then Chun Ho whipped out. He whipped out this small little thing, and then he just put inside here, which was his recycle bag. Okay, which folds into this small little thing, okay, and opens up into a huge. Where was that from? That's from Decathlon.
Also Decathlon, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Decathlon.
then he said, okay, the Decathlon opposite across the street at Centrepoint, there's a Decathlon. So we crossed the street, then we went to Decathlon, and then we walked into Decathlon, and there were just rows and rows and rows of shelves, right? He said, then okay, so we went around roaming, looking for a pair of shoes, and then all the shoes were displayed hanging on the rack, and then so my experience of buying shoes is that there'll be a shoe, you take the shoe, you see, like the design, okay, then you look for a salesperson for the size. Okay, then he said, no, you just take this size and try it. I said, huh? Where's the salesperson who brings the shoes to test the
No
size?
need. Try yourself.
Just wear. Okay, pretty good. Okay, let's go. So I'm when I go shopping, it's pam, 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 okay, done. Okay, then so I was looking for a counter to pay, and there was no counter to pay. Then Chun said, hey, here. It was just a bench, okay, with the like a payment machine, another payment machine. Then he said, put here.
Again.
They say, huh, like that. Then I look around, there wasn't, okay, so Uniqlo, there was one counter, right? So Decathlon, there wasn't any counter at all. So Swaku, right? So that was,
Wait. Sorry, I have a question. How do you get the size you want at Decathlon without the salesperson?
all the sizes are hanging there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all the sizes are there. So you just see which one fits you. You try, but if the size is not there, then you call for help and see whether they have size in stock. But if you're already there, you wear it, it fits you, you take it, you go to the counter, there's this thing like a basin, no? It's like a cavity, there's like a base, it's like a basin, right? You just put it inside. It's unlike unlike cold storage or whatever, you have to scan one. No? You don't need to scan one. You just put inside. You really
Yeah, so it was like whether it's one item, a dozen items, you just dump all the items inside and
Correct.
bags. Okay, like when we were at Uniqlo, it was a bunch of socks. Okay, it was not one sock, it was just a bunch of socks. I just dumped
You just
bunch,
dump everything in will do.
and then it calculated. Then I was like, wow, so clever. And Decathlon, okay, there was nobody there. That was so I was just thinking, wow. So cool. just came out of the farm, which literally
Just came out from COVID.
Yeah, so I and this is the tech guy, this is the tech guy. This is the tech guy who saw the technology and didn't expect that technology to exist at this point in time. Okay, and that technology exists. And it's very fast. Okay, so besides online shopping, okay, things that people need to touch and feel, you can just set up a store and not hire anyone or minimize hiring people. Yeah, so that was Swaku experience. So that was and but the implications to me, okay, number one, how far technology has come. Okay, this I think anybody hearing me talk about this stuff, oh my God, Douglas, where have you been? I think that the technology has come so far. Read about it, but didn't expect that it would be so widely. I don't think it's widely implemented yet, right? You know.
There are a lot of companies in Singapore that are using it, but I think so far Uniqlo and Decathlon are the ones really using it. A lot of other companies are not really using it as much because it depends on their clientele.
How much they trust their clientele.
Well, depends. It's not how much you trust the clientele, it's whether the clientele are young. Because the younger people are more up to date with this kind of stuff. And if you are selling stuff to the older generation, the baby boomers or the older Gen X, I tell you, they're going to
be wandering round and round the store.
Yeah.
Think
And,
what they
and,
can.
and if it's a luxury brand, if it's a luxury boutique store, they will expect to be serviced. I'm going to pay so much. I have somebody come and better service me. I'm not going to do this. So it depends. But things like Uniqlo, they are mass market and they cater to younger people. And then Decathlon is mass market. And generally, Decathlon cater to younger people. Decathlon, the older people go to Decathlon, they get lost. They generally get lost. But the thing not to get lost is to go out to experience what's out there mostly. I mean, the other one that you have to have a chance to go and experience are the robots that actually deliver your food. If you haven't had that experience yet, do go and have experience of it. It's very funny. Some of them is very funny. I've been to one that's a Japanese restaurant. They'll deliver on this robot. They'll deliver the food for you. Then if you sit in a certain place where they cannot come in, then they just hover around there. Then you have to go and help them take the food on your table. But anyway,
It's like an upgraded version of the sushi train, is it?
Yeah, but they won't actually they will come to your table, then they say your food is ready and something like that. Then you have to take it off
off the tray or the machine or whatever.
Yeah, but I hear things that if you go to such a place, at the moment the robots are quite sensitive to certain reflective stuff. So I heard that in the particular restaurant, people who wear a lot of jewelries, like especially gold, when the robots go over there, because I think they use camera or some kind of I don't know what they use to detect where they need to go. Sometimes they see that one, they will turn around and they see too much. That's what I heard. Somebody wearing too much gold and then they'll turn around.
Turn around means what? They will just siam that gold, the person with the
and
gold.
Then they'll return back to the station.
So poor thing.
Yeah, but I also have read stories that some of the places that implemented this, they said they cannot totally replace these robots with, they cannot totally replace people with robots, but they're actually replacing a lot of places with human labor with robots, but they still have some human beings because there are still some issues with robots because unlike the one that is at Decathlon and Uniqlo, where it's self-checkout thing, it's always powered. You all know these moving robots, they need to be charged. So if they are on their way out delivering food, halfway through their battery is weak, you know what the next thing they'll do? You know, like the vacuum cleaner.
Right, go to the charging station.
They will, my battery is low. Instead of delivering the food, they'll turn back to go back to the charging station. Just you will see your food coming halfway, then return back. It's the same as our vacuum. The what is that called? The iRobot. Is it called?
Xiaomi.
The robot vacuum.
Robo cleaner.
The original brand is called what?
iRobot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Xiaomi.
That one. You know that halfway through when they feel that the battery is low, they'll return back to the station, charge, and then they'll continue. Yeah. It's the same concept. That those robots delivery will be doing the same thing. Anyway, the thing is, this is I don't know how to, should I just say, because Douglas hasn't been out for a while, so it is a little bit surprising, but part of the reason this is happening so quick is also after COVID, a lot of people are returning to to go back to work. And it's not just in Singapore. I mean, Singapore is also impacted by the fact that we are not getting a lot of foreign workers coming into Singapore because of the country wasn't fully open yet. So there was a labor shortage. Plus, a lot of people, really in a lot of countries, a lot of people don't want to go back to work, and a lot of people don't want to go back to retail work. So when the retail opened up, they face a lot of labor issues, and they are figuring out how to manage the shortage. So all these things came out. All this as best as possible to not have human beings in the workforce came out, and this technology came out. And you know how Amazon already have this. You just walk in. If you Amazon have all these stores already in the US and the UK. You don't even there's no even checkout. You just download the Amazon app. You go into the store. You pick whatever you want, and you walk out. Somehow they have scan everything, and then immediately they'll charge it to your app. Then the bill will be on the app, and then they'll deduct from your wallet.
What if they charge wrongly?
Then you can always dispute.
So still must
But
check.
so far what I've read is they usually don't overcharge. Sometimes they undercharge
Oh.
because they didn't manage to see something.
Yeah, so the implications, I guess, are many implications. In the same way that people are not returning to jobs, the large scale deployment of this technology also means that other people who are returning to their jobs may lose their jobs. But I was also just telling Chun-Ho as well, the thing is these are pretty much for a lot of people dead end jobs too. Okay, the cashier who stands in front of the what's that machine called? That payment machine, the cashier.
Cashier?
Yeah, so the cashier who stands in front of the cashier person who stands on the cashier machine. Okay, all he or she does is just scan things, back them, back them, back them, back them, and then take the credit card and swipe. So there's very little value add. Or not the value add, not only the value add, but there's very little opportunity to grow in that role, right? You scan what do you do? You scan faster, you collect payment faster, you bag faster, you bag neater.
I don't actually get recognized for all that also.
Yeah, so humans will be redeployed. I guess but I'm also thinking this whole redeployment is it's not a simple thing that's going to happen, because there's going to be a lot of ripples. There's going to be a ripple effect. Because it is not just these people. It's anything that can be automated will be automated. I think that there are even kiosks outside, right? That the bubble tea, orange juice, or whatever.
The orange juice, yeah.
Kiosks which have got these things that go ding 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 ding, and then give you your cup of whatever. So robots are being deployed. Machines are being deployed to do a lot of things that humans are used to be deployed to do. And robots don't need to rest, right?
Yes.
Well, robots don't need to sleep.
Yeah, robots don't need to sleep, but they need to be maintained.
Yeah, but
but the period of in between maintenance is longer than us needing to sleep.
Yeah, so it can remain open. It can remain open 24 hours a day. And the maintenance. Okay, if you compare the maintenance of the machine, it's a lot easier than the maintenance of the human. Okay, because the human also falls sick, right? And the human needs to have toilet breaks. The human needs to go and eat. The human needs to.
The humans got emotional needs.
Yeah, the humans will have babies.
Human needs to MC, needs to go and live.
Yeah. And the machine doesn't. And from an economic perspective, so the output is the same, if not better than a human, because the machine will be consistent in terms of the quality of the output. Right? Humans sometimes depends on mood, right?
Hmm.
But the machine has no mood, right? I don't know. Okay, machines will tend to have less mood or fluctuations of mood. Okay,
At the moment,
at the moment, so from a output quality perspective, um, there's going to be high. It may be higher quality and more consistent. Then from an economic perspective, paying that one head count versus paying for the machine in the long term, it's going to be um, cheaper to have a machine, and then you don't
yeah.
have to
Hmm.
worry about career progression, no, and then it can operate longer hours, okay, and the machine doesn't need to get paid, okay, it just needs electricity, okay, and then from a cultural perspective, okay, it's just a matter of training people, okay, to go. I mean, what do you do anyway? If there's a human there, you still order, and you pay money for the drink. You get the drink. Okay, what does the
What's the
human
difference?
anyway? Yeah,
The human touch is missing.
what
At
human
least,
touch?
if it's a human, the person will say, hi, how's your day? At least not
The machine can
all,
say,
not
"Hi,
all.
how's your day? Good to hear that."
Oh
What's
my
your
That sounds horrible. Shut
Well,
up.
well, we are just at the early stage. Okay, let's just understand that we're just at the early stage of where it could be. By the
Mm,
moment, it's actually happening. I mean, robots are not just the only robots that we're seeing, like the robots that's moving and the robots that immediately read your stuff. If you actually, I mean, some of the things that actually can actually custom it for you, for us. I mean, there's actually a robotic barista. If you have gone down to Plaza Singapura, you can test it out. You can order the drink, the whatever cappuccino, latte, whatever, and then you will just make it. And then it has a robotic arm there showing you. You can actually view it making the coffee for you. It's already there, and a lot of these robotic in terms of arms, there's robotic kitchens that are really hiring some of this stuff, and these robots are actually replacing. It's actually happening. We may not be seeing it because we are not a real. We don't have a lot of big manufacturing plants in that manner. But if you know what is happening in the electrical vehicles world, okay, Tesla is one of the biggest one that's very automatic. All the system of the productions of electric cars, most electrical companies when they produce their production line is all automated one. Very few human beings are involved. Maybe they do the design, they do a lot of other stuff, but they do some inspection. But otherwise, the whole production line are mainly robots. And now that Ford and GM are switching over to electrical vehicles, you know what's happening? They are laying off people.
Yeah, of course.
They are already laying off. It's announced. They are laying off people because when they start switching, they realize that they don't need as many people.
mm. Okay, so another thing that happened, right? Yes, you guys know that I cook, right? I don't cook a lot, but I can cook.
You can cook, yes.
I can cook. And and I do the kampong cake cooks thing, and so yeah, so all
Hmm.
that. And I've been cooking for the last. I've been cooking for myself for the last since 1988. Since I came to 1988. Okay, I don't know. I can't remember. I lost track of how many years. So and I will cook meals and have people over and used to cook all my own meals until Ning came. Okay, and so she did all the cooking for the last 10 years since we moved into this house. Oh, okay, since
By the
last.
way, for the audience, you better explain who is Ning.
Oh, Ning's my helper.
It's like,
Ning's my helper. Okay, so Ning's my helper, and then and a couple of months ago, she So she's been in Singapore for many years, and a couple of months ago she had a conversation with me, and she said that, hey, I'm thinking of going back.
Oh no.
Thinking of going back. I said, oh no. Yeah, so I said,
Yeah,
oh
oh
no.
no. For Douglas, oh no.
Oh no, who's going to take care of the house? Who's going to
Nobody.
who's going to cook our meals? So I negotiated. So I negotiated with, okay, for her to extend for another period, another 2 years, and in exchange I'll let her go home. I mean, then she can go home now. She can go home for 2 months in a year, okay, which is Christmas and up to her birthday, which is in February. So 2 months. So she agreed. Okay, but and this December she's going to go back for 2 months, and I was, oh no, oh no, food, oh no. Okay, the rest of the thing, don't the garden, the cleaning, other can do. Okay, the clothes got washing machine, the cutlery got dishwasher, but food, food. Okay, and yeah. So anyway, so I was just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, but I don't want to spend a lot of time because there are things that that I want to do, and with all this, you know, and then there were conversations that we had with I can't remember who it was, and then we were talking about how to cook food. Okay, and then there are appliances that will help cook food. And there's this particular appliance that apparently is so amazing. It can prepare any dish for you, okay, and it's better than any cook. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of recipes. But I tried cook with tender loving care, TLC, and
Mm.
so we were at a dinner. And then there was this one of the other people who was at dinner owns one of these devices. So I challenged the person. Can you do this? So I started taking bits of food from and I put it on the plate and I said, can you plate it like this? Can you serve me like this? And she said, no, but you can cook all those individual components better than you can. Okay. So
I think I know what device you're talking about. And that device makes a very, very, very nice margarita.
yeah, I don't know
Oh
about
my goodness.
yeah, I don't know about either. So I challenged, and then and every challenge that I threw, okay, came back with a nice. Okay. So every challenge that I threw came back with a nice response about what it can do instead. Okay, and so I was just thinking, okay, some of the most difficult things and so she was very nice, okay, to explain what it did and what it didn't, and so I started to think about, and then the thing she, then some of the toughest things that I've ever had to cook, okay, things that's required for me to spend a lot of time, like making sambal, stir and stir and stir and stir
Mm.
until it dries up, right? Or things that
Mm.
make jam, and whatever it is that takes a lot of time. Basically, so it does all that. Um, so within a week of that dinner, I bought this machine.
It bought
So I bought this.
I never see it. Okay,
No,
must
so
be hidden.
guys, it came after you guys, okay? It came after you,
Oh, no wonder.
No wonder you bought it.
That
Oh,
explains.
and
margarita.
okay, so when I got it, unboxed it, then I wanted to put it through some of the toughest
The
things.
paces.
One of the things that I've always wanted to make, okay, for a very long time, but I didn't because it takes a lot of time, very, very time consuming, is pork floss. Because you got to
Ah.
it, then it got to be soft enough, and then you really got to stir it until it breaks, and break it up, really, really break it up until it dries up, and then you get the fluffy texture of pork floss. And it's a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of you're not only stirring, okay, you need to press it against and shred the meat.
Mm.
So okay, let's do that. So got recipe, right? So got recipe, Taiwanese pork floss. Okay,
Wow.
meat, put the sauce, soya sauce, rice wine, sugar, salt, It's just step by step. So step by step. Okay, then start. So then it's stewed the meat, And then after that, you just have to change the every now and then whatever. It just plays music. Now I understand. Now I understand why people understand what R2D2 says. Okay, because it's whatever. It talks. Okay.
It's ready.
Later, 1.5 hours later, I pour it out.
It's perfect.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so fluffy, it's so light, it's dry, but not hard. It's dry, but it's not hard. Okay. So I was like, then I did chicken version. I modified the recipe a little bit. Did chicken version, added sesame seeds and all that, and it came out. Oh my god! Then I made jam. Strawberry jam. Okay, 1 hour plus later, strawberry jam. Okay, thick, luscious strawberry jam. Still cannot. Then went to make popcorn, caramelized popcorn, and then this pour over. Oh my god! So I was just looking at it, So the pop floss, you buy 500 grams of pop floss. How much does it cost from one of those outlets? $10, $15, about $15, right, for 500 grams.
Quite expensive.
Buy popcorn, okay? You go to watch a movie, it's $12, right, for the big tub of popcorn. Okay, whatever it was, I can't remember. Then I made sambal, nasi lemak sambal.
Was it good?
This is
I think there's something your machine cannot. There is something that machine cannot make though.
What?
It's unhealthy food. It's fried food. This is a healthy machine.
Yeah,
it doesn't do the unhealthy stuff.
Yeah, fried food cannot, but any other thing on its own,
Has been magical.
I was just thinking. So pop floss. Okay, pop floss. It costs $15 outside. It cost me $5 to make. Popcorn, it cost me $1 to make that tub of popcorn. Okay, versus pay $10. Jam, whatever it was. Okay, so the savings. Just counting. If every day I do something that saves me $10. Okay, in 230 days, I've actually recovered the cost of the machine.
Wow.
Okay, and not only have I recovered the cost of the machine, I actually get to have all these things without actually going out to buy. Okay, homemade. Okay, with the ingredients I want.
The flavor that you want.
Right, without preservatives and anytime. Okay, so it's like within an hour or two, if I've got the ingredients, I can get that made. Okay, and then you travel out to buy and come back, it already takes an hour. Okay, and now anytime in the middle of night, I feel like having pop floss.
Sambal.
I feel like having popcorn. I feel like having whatever it is.
I feel like having caramelized onion on toast.
Margarita, go and try.
Yeah, I think this is a sign. We need to go to Douglas's place again.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for chances to
The machine
to crash.
No, so this is an amazing robot. Okay, this is an amazing robot. Okay, that thing. So now, okay, my meals are settled. Our meals are settled. Okay, for the period that Ning is not going to be around. Okay, and I'm teaching her to use it so that then it saves her time.
It saves her a lot of work.
Yeah, and then she can have more rest time or do whatever other things that she wants to do, or maybe spend more time in the garden, which she enjoys. So I think these machines, okay, are here to stay lah.
Yeah. So wait, you know that these machines are prelude to something bigger that's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have watched the movie Passenger, remember? I don't know whether you have watched Passenger, where what's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. They were on this spaceship, and then they just have to go to this counter, and then they just press whatever food you want to order, and you just come out.
Yeah, but only if you can only, your options are limited based on your tier, how VIP you are,
or your status or whatever lah. And I mean, I mean, they also recognize that. They also recognize. So this machine that is going to do this is just a prelude to eventually coming up with something like that. It will
Mm.
eventually turn into that where you just have to say what you want, it will come out. And we also talk about, some people want the human touch. And you remember there was a robot, a humanoid. It's not a robot, it's a humanoid that was at the bar.
Mm.
And
Yes, the
he's
bar guy.
the humanoid is so lifelike, but and they were trained with AI in there, so to able to interact with human beings. So at the moment, it is a prelude to that. When it is going to be, we don't know, but it is happening. I mean, whatever sci-fi stuff that we have seen when we are young, well, we are starting to see some of it coming.
It's happening for sure.
Yeah, and Elon Musk has SpaceX, his company SpaceX. Is it Tesla or SpaceX is producing? They are coming out with a humanoid,
That will be something to look forward to.
and then Xiaomi
So
is
what
coming out
does
with
that
its
mean
own
for
humanoid.
humans?
Huh?
Where does that leave humans?
Humans are
In the
not needed
dust.
anymore.
The dust. We are left in the dust, babe. That's where we are going to be.
Now that's where
Ah,
the food for thoughts
yeah.
is here. It's really to think about. So, as human beings, what does it mean for us if we have all these robots eventually in program with AI to do all this stuff? I mean, like Singaporeans, a lot of them like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to be the construction worker, I don't want. Then you leave them to be the construction worker, you leave them to do all the work that sweep the floor, and like nobody want to sweep the floor at home. That's why they go and buy the iRobot thing to go and do the work. Right? Nowadays, they can even mop the floor.
The only thing I haven't figured, the only thing I haven't seen something, the only thing that I haven't seen that can do a job that requires to be done yet, okay, is clean the toilet.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
clean the
you clean the
toilet.
toilet or clean the toilet bowl?
The whole toilet. The whole toilet.
The
That means-
toilet bowl have already. They are like self-cleaning toilet bowl. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the whole toilet. It's not
Don't
just
have.
the toilet bowl.
You still need a
Toilet,
helper for
you know,
that.
toilet comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes, right? And then the worst part are the nooks and crannies of the
All
toilet.
sorts of configurations.
Yeah, so there isn't. I haven't seen one that actually cleans the toilet yet. And gosh, even if you can clean the toilet, you need to clean it. Right? You need to like, dump the water or whatever it is. So, yeah, unless it's a self-cleaning toilet.
I would buy a toilet cleaner for sure.
Yeah, so
Well, it's somebody will eventually think of a way to do it.
what can humans do now?
Obviously,
So what happens to humans now? So Rachel, what happens to humans now? So humans need to do what only humans can do.
Evolve.
But machines cannot.
She's so cute, Evolve.
I tell you, machines can build themselves. Okay, AI learns faster than humans do. Okay, and you hook it up to a machine that can reproduce. Okay, then it can learn and it can replicate itself. Okay,
And
so
then you will kill all the humans. Feels like we're watching a horror show. Oh my god.
Yes, we
Well,
have
actually,
watched this
the
show
replication,
before.
we already have a very simple version of the self-replicating machine already, which is computer virus. It is actually software, but if the software is able to self-replicate, take over certain computers and order the computer to produce a software version of itself and then start spreading, there will come a time you will order the production line to produce a mechanical version of itself and ask
Mm.
the to continue to produce mechanical version of itself. It's just a matter of time. Somebody will eventually write a software program that's like a virus that asks a production line to produce more and more of the robots that they want. It's so self-replicating. It is a matter of time. I was shocked when I first know about computer viruses. When I first heard of a virus, I mean, I studied biology, so I know viruses, know the virus that ask ourselves, attack ourselves, and ask ourselves to produce more of the same virus. I mean, we're now in COVID, so we know a little bit more about viruses. It take over the functions of the cell and tell the cell, you produce more of me, don't care about other things. That's why we fall sick. Because our cells start doing things that were not its basic function, but it's being ordered by an alien parasite.
Alien cell, alien virus.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when I first heard of that thing that's happening in the computer, I was stunned. How can it happen to computers? Software that was spreading on its own. When I first heard of it in was it in the 80s or the 90s when these viruses started?
Should be around
In the
that because when computers became mainstream,
Yeah.
and everybody was sharing floppy disks. Nobody knows what floppy disks are now.
Yeah. So I was just stunned at the time that a software program was spreading itself. And a software program isn't even a living thing.
Yeah, so humans need to. The only thing humans can do that machines cannot is think.
But AI also can think.
No, AI cannot. AI analyzes, assesses, and then comes up with. It's algorithmic. It comes up with solutions. So that's not thinking. Okay, thinking is having nothing and then coming up with something. Excuse me.
I thought for humans you'll be like the human touch. Emotions.
That too. But emotions don't do anything.
That's true.
And
Oh,
machines
no.
again, they do lah. They can rust and degenerate.
Well,
But us can be replaced. Humans cannot.
yeah, but the thing is like, I mean, if we talk about what human beings, some of the things that define human beings is actually emotions at the moment. Because that's the thing that human beings are different from machines. We have emotion, we have certain kind of emotions. I mean, there are other organisms on this earth, like we have our dogs, our cats, they also have a certain set of emotions, but it's a different set of emotions. The range of emotions that they have is a little bit different from us. And that's where it defines human beings from the pets that we have. I mean, there are, of course,
We
other.
are more evolved. Basically, we are more evolved.
Yeah. But eventually, I don't know whether machines will evolve to that stage. I mean, you think about it. What Rachel, to answer your question about what will become of human beings? Have you watched a animated show, Wall-E? A Disney
Wall-E,
show?
yes.
Old show, right? That's old.
Very old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
humans become lumps of blood
you know
lying
what
around.
happened to the humans? They're just
Don't
a blob.
remember.
They
Okay,
look like
anyway.
balloons.
You gotta watch it again.
They look like
Their
balloon
limbs are
men.
just useless. Their limbs are useless. Their limbs, the arms and the legs are just
Yeah, because
Remote
you
again,
just
but
sit
they're on
around
the
the chair, the floating
Yeah.
chair that goes everywhere you want to go. And then like you can key what
Oh.
color, you can key what food you want, then it will come out. And then you don't even have to use your hand to take the drink. The drink will just come out, then the drink will bring to your mouth, and then you just put the straw like.
Yeah, if we want to go that way,
I think there will be some people who will not, to be honest. It's like it's a character.
yeah,
But-
lah.
yeah, but that's probably going to be a further up into the future. But
It
what
may
is
happen in
happening-
our lifetime, Chunho.
Yeah, but
we
I'm
all-
saying that what is happening now with all this coming in, what is the immediate impact to a lot of people? Is that some of this mundane routine work is going to be easily replaced by robots, replaced by. I mean, we talk about robots, it doesn't mean those kind of robots as in have arms and legs, walk around kind of thing.
Just automation, things that do
Automation.
things that do things for us.
Yeah. And when this starts happening, it frees up more time, and then it's about, like what Douglas said, humans to be more creative and create more drama. Then create more drama shows.
Is that what you mean by being more creative?
Yeah, then
Huh?
We have more time for drama, really. We have more
yeah,
time
we
for
have more time for drama.
Is that a good thing?
you just have machines that do everything for you. You can have machines that make money for you. You have machines that will take care of the things that you need to take care on a daily basis for you. You take care. We basically become owners of machines. Okay, that will do everything that we don't like to do, so that we can then do the things that we like to do. And all our income generating activities are going to be performed by machines. So here's what's going to be different. So who is going to then okay, how society is going to be segmented, okay, will be the machine owners, those who own machines to do a lot of things and they have a lot of time to do other things, versus those who need to spend their own time doing the things that need to be done because they got no machines.
Mm.
So the key is to own machines, is to own robots. The key is to be a robot owner.
Well, I mean, just from evolution point of view in our civilization, this is similar to in the old days when people first started to have slaves. Those who have slaves and those that don't have slaves, and the productions goes up with those who have slaves. Then after that, slavery was abolished because it's really inhumane and all that stuff. Then they will have servants, and those who have servants and those who have servants, and then after servants is like wow. So now it's those who have helpers and those who don't have helpers. So we actually
Now,
hire assistants.
machines and versus those who don't.
Yeah, and those who have personal assistant and don't have personal assistants. But now we can replace the human personal assistant with a lot of robo advisors.
Yeah. Rubo, whatever you want to invest, the thing is that people are spending time in learning things like investing. Okay, there's already software and machines that do a far better job. Okay, on trades. Okay, because machines are emotionless. Okay, you can set things. They're not as intelligent yet. The best traders still outperform the robot traders, but the robot traders outperform the average traders because they have no emotion. Okay, so it's already happening. It's just happening at different levels right now.
So
That's what it is: leverage or no leverage. That's all. How interesting, right? Let's plan to have more robots.
What kind
To
of
have
robots
more,
are
you mean to
cooking?
own more robots?
And yeah, to own more robots, of course. So the key is be a robot owner. You don't care about don't be a business. You don't have it doesn't matter anymore. As long as you're a robot owner, it does everything that you have enough robots to do all the things that you want to do, including generating income. Okay, to take care of the 9 wealth dimensions. Okay, you're set for life. Then you can go and have all your drama, all the emotions, all the whatever else, all the fun that you want, and all the mundane stuff is going to be taken care of by
Robots.
Mm.
Don't you think that'll be fun?
no,
Why not?
huh?
Because I like humans, what?
No, then you actually get to spend more time with humans
I
doing
mean,
the things.
I in a way I say that there are certain things that the maintenance stuff is really taken care of. Then you do what you want to do. I mean, if you want to have fun with, I mean, if fun to you is to interact with human beings, then you spend the time interact with human beings and don't have to do the things that you don't need to do. It's like if you don't have to sweep the floor, there's something that's sweeping your floor, mopping your floor daily. Somebody's
Yes.
going to wash your toilet, do all those things. All and then every time you come home, food is already cooked, and you have food ready. You just consume and then you do other stuff. Then the free time that you have spending cooking, what you
Yeah.
do is you meet up with your friends, have chat, do things.
Clothes are washed and dried and pressed and hung up in your wardrobe. Okay.
Clothes,
Food is
clothes for
and
me, yeah.
utensils
I
are
think it's the
washed.
toilet cleaning.
Are clean, and then you want to go anywhere, you have your vehicle to take you wherever you want to go. You get to travel to wherever you want to travel to.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Let's do
I
that.
think it's time for last words.
I just want to
Okay,
add that.
Douglas, last words time. Or is it
Wait,
two
before
more?
that, I just want to add that some of this may come quicker than is expected, because especially now we have a lot of companies that is in the race of electrical vehicles. And the biggest thing about electrical vehicles, it is not that it's electrical, is that with cars being electrical, it is higher chance of them being autonomous,
Mm.
because we are now putting everything, pack everything, all electronics in there. It is, and everybody is in the race to make an autonomous electric car,
Mm.
so that it will self-drive itself. And once that happens, delivery vans, places are testing out humanless, no driverless delivery vans. And once that happens, public transport is going to be driverless.
I thought
Trucks,
Tesla cars are already driverless.
see which one?
Tesla cars, are they not already driverless?
No, they
As
are
in, like, they
not.
can be autonomous.
They cannot. At the moment, no cars at the moment are fully autonomous that
Okay.
you can let it just run, because they are not fully, or they have a term called the full self-driving. It's self-driving, but it still needs a human being behind in case
Oh,
anything goes
okay.
wrong. They have to take over. It is not like there's nobody in the car. The car will be able to swerve away from other traffic, swerve away from other cars, and swerve away from pedestrian. It's not there yet. No, it's totally not there yet. It's all being tested. Even the ones that's being tested on some campus, I think in Singapore there are some vans that is being they're being tested, but they are not fully driverless. I think they still put a human being in case something happens. We have not gone to the stage where it is so safe that you can just leave the car on its own to do the stuff. So we're not there yet, but everybody is racing to get to that. And once that happens, all the hired drivers um, will not have that role anymore. So it is coming, but I don't know when. In the next 10 years, maybe. Things like this. So there's an impact to a lot of us, and we need to think about some of these things, um, about skills that we need to get on when, as the future unveil itself.
Or even our attitude towards things. Okay, when if our attitude towards things, or when we understand what the future looks like as far as automation is concerned, then our attitude towards things has to shift towards um, deployment of technology in our lives, or deployment or integration of more technology in our lives to handle things. Okay, because the thing is, if we don't do that, okay, the things we will need to learn. Okay, there's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be understanding the technology, what it can do, in order to then be able to deploy and utilize and integrate that into our lives. Because if we don't understand it, it's just like until I had the experience of the soccer experience of going out and buying things, and then fully then understanding that, hey, now I'm placing it into that basin. Okay, in the Amazon supermarkets already, you don't even need to place anywhere. You just put it into your bag. Okay, all this technology, what it's telling us is that all this technology is available. Okay, it's not just it just hasn't reached the stage of mass deployment, but the technology is available. And if we look at history, okay, and how things are introduced and then it becomes mass deployed, okay, costs go down, and then there will always be lag, okay, and then the market accepts and integrates that into their life. So the thing is, if without the awareness of this, or without the understanding of how this would occur, we won't be prepared for it. Right? It may seem some science fiction story that is something you watch on TV and all that, and so there'll be people who may not be prepared for it, and I could have been one of those if I stayed in my little village. Yeah. So it's a shift. Okay, it's a shift in how we think about things. If we're thinking of starting a business, if I am thinking of starting a business or a new business right now, I would not think of in terms of HR and production and all those things anymore. Okay, about hiring people and all that, because then I would start thinking about, okay, how do I automate? How do I deploy technology? How do I um, do all those things? And that is a different route from the hiring people route or the production route or the whatever it is. Okay, so it does impact how we think about things for the future of what our lives would look like.
Hmm.
Yeah. Then the next house you move into, then you just go and build a self-cleaning toilet instead of the normal need somebody to go and clean. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
Okay, last words.
that's what's go, Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel need time to think. Rachel type first. Go. By the way, there's a message on the chat. Chloe said thanks for talking about marketing in our last live stream. You're welcome, Chloe.
Hope you enjoyed it and that it was the marketing that you're looking for.
Yes.
Okay. Last
Okay,
words,
okay.
Chunho, Douglas?
Yeah, let me just start with last words. So, I mean, we are talking about robots coming, and I think the key message here that I want to have the audience have when they um, leave this session is that um, it's no longer sci-fi. It's no longer something that we think that it's not going to happen in our lifetime. It is already happening. And even the Internet of Things are so prevalent. And if you go to some people's houses, they don't even need to switch off the light. They just ask the assistant, the whatever house assistant, to just turn off the light, switch on TV, do this, turn this, and they just is voice activated. I mean, it started with Amazon Echo, then now we have the Google Home, and then Apple has this device is, and then all the Chinese big companies have their own devices, and they can link all over. Especially the Xiaomi one has a lot of Internet of Things household appliances. You can just link and ask it to do things, it will just do. So it's already here in a way, and the technology where you in the Star Trek, and then you, or in even the Avengers, when you talk to this virtual person that is in the air asking them to do this, do that, is already here. So my last one is really, I hope Rachel you haven't typed anything yet, but my last one is that the technologies are already here. Don't fight the technology, embrace it, see how it can support you in your life, and then look for something else that you can add further value to the society or to humankind. Because I'm going to tell you, fighting it is going to be futile.
No lah, it's already here. What? Okay, Douglas, last words. Okay, before we do last words, right? Thanks, Chloe, for your question. What skills should we learn to prepare?
I'm going to answer that question.
Oh, okay.
So what skills do you need?
I think maybe next episode we can do something like jobs and things that is less replaceable.
But I
Okay.
think we can talk about what skills you need to prepare for a future with a lot of robots. We can talk about that in the next episode. Okay, how do you prepare for tomorrow's world? How to future proof? Okay, so we can say more about that then. But for now, the thing I want to say is make tech your friend. Okay, make tech your friend, because like Chuno said, okay, it's inevitable. Okay, make tech your friend. and it will evolve. It will creep up. It will not happen overnight. Okay, it will not happen overnight. Okay, so once upon a time, it's like the people who have smartphones versus those who don't. Okay, before that, the people who have mobile phones versus those who don't. Okay, and then we evolve. The people who have smart tech and those who don't. And really, at the end, in the end, I think it's going to be a game changer, because what's going to be different is all of us have the same thing that's limited in our lives, and that thing is time. Okay, so how do we utilize time? Do we utilize time to do the things that we don't need to do, or the things that we want to do? And we've reached a point right now where tech, if we make tech our friend, we actually then free ourselves up to pursue other things that we want to pursue in our lives. So last words in a summary, okay, make tech your friend.
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
My last words are something similar to Douglas. I would say fear is the only thing that will stop us adopting new things, whether it's technology or whatever it is. Actually, when you start doing it, it's not as scary as we all think it is. I mean, look at mobile phones, right? At the beginning, we still had like calendars and calculators and alarm clocks. But now it's all just in your phone. And then when we first used it, it was kind of scary, but it's actually very easy to use. So just step out of your fear and embrace whatever is coming next. Unless it's a robber, then please kick the person. Okay, that's my last words. Rachel gives Rachel some time, or she.
Yeah. Actually, I also don't know what's my last words. I keep thinking about actually throughout
Dyson.
the
Before she does her last words, a fun fact: Rachel did buy the Dyson.
yeah. Don't you guys find my hair today neater, nicer?
So awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but no, that's not what I was thinking about. I was thinking what can I do that doesn't need that, okay, what can I do for myself where technology cannot replicate, and so that I don't make myself obsolete. So that was what I was thinking. But that kind of syncs with what we wanted to talk about in our next session, which is good.
Yes, so we have next session. So you can tell your last words, what we talk about. Like, share, and subscribe. Liking and sharing and subscribing our videos. YouTube and of course
So this is a permanent shift. This is a permanent shift to Monday.
Yes, correct.
Because apparently,
Wednesday doesn't work for us anymore.
yeah, apparently it seems that we are all getting our schedules all smashed up with a lot of other things, and Monday is the day that we can all continue to have conversations like this with all of you.
Yes, so the next live stream will be on 2 Mondays later, right? 2 Mondays later.
Yes.
Is it available date?
Oh no, are you sure we're gonna do 2 Mondays later?
It's 12th of September.
Okay, 12th September. Okay, I thought it's
Yeah,
gonna be after
correct. 12 September. 2 weeks later on a Monday.
You thought it's what?
after Monday and you. I thought 2 Mondays
No.
is after Monday. No, okay. Still
No,
okay.
it's not. It's over. It's before.
Okay.
It's before
Yeah.
money and you.
So it's
Okay, so we will see you guys on 12 September. Yes, correct. 12 September at 9 p.m. And we will talk more about robots, whether it's about skills to help us survive in a world with robots, or whether it's about jobs that is less easily replaced by robots. Okay,
Or
so
how
we'll
to
see you
live,
guys.
how to thrive how to thrive in the world of
Yes, not just survive, but thrive. Not just survive, but thrive. Oh, that's like some nice last words. Okay, Ken, we will see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and switch on your notification bell. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Oh, it's my new tagline. Ding dong.